Shalom, shalom. That means peace, peace, peace. This video is going to be in response to the head of IUIC, Israelites United in Christ, responding to how the media was calling their camp, the Israelite faction, a hate group. And I have to admit, he made a very good, substantial response. It was really politically correct, because there are some things that I will say, that I differentiate with, but I have to give credit to what credit is due, especially when you're doing a part of the work of being an Israelite that knows the truth. But Mr. Bishop Nathaniel, we all know to a certain extent on what you don't really truly preach, but we're Israelite, and I do like your response, sir, and I admit that. So I'm going to play this video, and also I'm going to give my commentary on certain things that he said that I absolutely do agree with, and some things that I do not agree with, But without further ado, I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashai, Bahasham, RAWACHAA, QADASH. Yahawah will be the YHWH in the Tetragrammaton. Yahawah. Yahawashai be the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, because the Lord, the Messiah, did say, I come in my Father's name in John 5:43. Double honors to my elders, single honors to the elect, and peace and blessings to the 1/3. Okay. Now I'm going to play this video. And this is from Self-Taught. He's a very good YouTuber. Very, very good YouTuber. I will leave his link in the description box as well.
I was there at the march. We were there standing for the word of the Most High. Kyrie, Irving, we've never met him. He's not a part of us. However, he has the right to examine and explore his roots, and this is what we teach. So he has the right to say he's Semitic. He is Semitic. We are a Semitic people. It's disingenuous to say that he doesn't have the right to explore his roots, to examine, or even state that he's Semitic.
Now, in response to what he's saying, I want to say this. Okay. We're not Semitic, we're Shemitic. Shem is one of the three sons of Noah, Ham, Sham, and Japheth. Remember, Noah did say, blessed be the God of Shem. Why? Because that will be the lineage of where the promise would go through. Remember, think about this, people. Noah was actually chosen out of everyone on earth to survive, with only his family included because of his faith, right? Anyway, so Shem will be the promise of where the seed will come through. And then you will also have other nations that came out of that, but I don't want to jump too far ahead. All right. And he also said that Kyrie Irving is not affiliated with them at all, but he said he has the right to express his root, where he come from. Well, we come from what? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand? Bear with me for a moment. This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. So yeah, we are Shemitic, but we come from the seed of Abraham, who also begat Isaac, and also then came Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel after he wrestled with the angel. So let's continue on with the video.
Okay, so we got the leader of the Israelites speaking on the media, labeling him a hate group. For those of you who missed that clip, I got it right here. Here's the video.
Hey Kyrie, there's a group of about 100 people outside wearing the shirt of a group called Israel United in Christ, a group labeled as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. They were outside in support of you and handing out anti-Semitic.
See, so what Bishop Nathaniel was saying earlier, he said Kyrie Irving is not affiliated with us at all. But the media tried to spew this at him in the beginning by saying, well, there's a hate group outside that's been labeled a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law. There are a plethora of hate groups. The KKK is also in there. But why would you mention that to him when he's not even affiliated with them? And for one, you can throw the word hate around just like people can throw away the word misogyny or homophobic around. But you have to prove that, though. There's a difference between hating peanut butter because you're allergic to it compared to hating you because of how you look. See, there's a big... Even the Lord hates. The Lord said he hate a liar. Someone that is so of discourse amongst brethren. God can hate, but man can't. But it's not even about hate. It's all about waking up our people to knowing that they are Hebrew Israelites. The reason why we're in the captivity we are in, the so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans, because we didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. His punishment of us would be to go into captivity. Then he will come and redeem us, salvage us from the ruins that we have become by being a degenerate plant, by not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and also being under the tutelage and guise of our oppressors. Anyhow.
Literature on the plaza, people walking by. And I was wondering if I can get your reaction to that.
I didn't see it. What happened? There was a group outside.
There was a group outside, 100, possibly more. They were wearing a shirt called Israel United in Christ. They were a group labeling.
The English alphabet was not around 2,000 years ago. So Jesus Christ, I don't know who that is. Remember, when the Messiah, whom the word English called Jesus, when he was on the cross being crucified, they had it written, the King of the Jews. It literally says this in the Bible. It was written in Latin, Greek, and Hebrew, people. Just let that sink in. But if we are Hebrew Israelites, then we will have to speak what language, y'all? Hebrew. Come on. Wake up. That's why I say YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI. They're also either the Tetragrammaton, the YHWH. Research the Moabite stone. All right.
I think that's a conversation for another day. Just here to focus on the game.
Kyrie, but you said this whole time that you didn't know what kind of what kind of voice you had. And
Skip through to get to the point.
People that are out there.
Here's what the leader of the Israelites had to say. Comedy Hype News.
And when he says the leader of the Israelites, he's just talking about Bishop Nathaniel, who is the head of IUIC. Remember what the Lord said, to make yourself a living sacrifice. The Lord made you to be an apostle. You're supposed to go out and preach the word. Bishop Nathaniel haven't been out in years. But the elders of Great Millstone, who are my elders, they've been going out since I was even born. And I'll tell you how old I am. I'm 34. Elders been preaching on the corner before I was even thought of, before I was even conceived. Never took their hand from the plow. Before YouTube, before you can stream live, they were out there with camcorders recording themselves. VHS tape. They have video right now online. But that's besides the point. But Bishop Nathaniel, he is the head of IUIC, not all Israel. But I would say that the elders of Great Millstone, I say that they will be the head of all Israel. But that's another story. Let's go ahead.
YouTube channel. Here's the video.
I think you responded correctly.
He made valid points, I must admit.
That stand up to any type of solidarity. That's their goal. Just like J. Edgar Hoover said, the worst thing to the United States of America is Negro unity. Anytime black men and black women come together.
See, this is the problem I have. If you know that they are also Latino and Native American tribe, why are you saying Negro unity? You know they really fear Israelite unity. That's why there's a term called divide and conquer. They know who we are. We just don't know who we are. So how the hell we know where we're going if we don't know where we come from? So you got to put it in this in totality. The so-called Negro Latinos and Native American, the Los Lunas stone had the 10 Commandments written in Paleo Hebrew. Los Lunas is located where? In Mexico. Why you think they wear ponchos with fringes in Mexico? They go back to Numbers the 15th chapter when the Lord told us to wear a border of blue with fringes so that we can remember the law. It's a custom that the Northern Kingdom was keeping because they're Israelites. The Northern Kingdom would be the Mayans, the Incas, and the Aztecs because they left from over there. If you read the book of Kings, the Lord had it to where Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, took them to a far land. That's why when you read in the rest of the Old Testament, all the way to the New Testament, it's always speaking about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Because the northern kingdom of the Lord sent them off because their idolatry was out of the waters. It was crazy. We're the same people. Anyways, forgive me.
Talking about family unity. It's called hate speech. It's anti-Semitic.
Shemitic.
Their job is to destroy them from within, and their agenda is to destroy the black community. Just like J.A.
Once again, we're not black Hebrew Israelites. There's more Spanish-speaking tribes than there are of quote-unquote so-called black people. All right? Southern Kingdom consists of 3 tribes. There will be Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Judah, so-called Negroes. Benjamin will be the West Indians. Levi will be the Haitians. So they'll leave, 10 other tribes, so to say, because the Levi was split up into both kingdoms. So they'll leave 10 other tribes, so to say, right? There will be the Spanish-speaking tribes and the Native Americans. Stop saying black, brother. Stop.
Like I said, he made a famous statement. The worst thing to the United States of America is Negro unity. When you read John 13:34, Christ said a new...
I'm going to bring it out real quick because he keeps saying Negro and it keeps bugging me. This is, I told you who Judah was. This is Isaiah chapter 11. Just to prove that it's not a black thing. Isaiah chapter 11 verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. Not from a 1948 Buffalo Declaration. I'm going to leave that at that. Which shall be left from Assyria. Think about these places. Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush. There'll be Africa. And from Elam. There'll be East Indians. And from Shinar. That's like the Middle East. And from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. So is there no such thing as the Lord is gathering black people? He's gathering us from all over the world because we've been scattered all over the world. They got a map of the transatlantic slave trade, but even way prior to that. All the captivities we've been in. Read the book of Judges. Verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, the northern kingdom, understand the context, and gather together the dispersed of Judah, the southern kingdom, from the 4 corners of the earth. Stop saying black.
Commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you.
Love is keeping the law.
When that's taught throughout the black community, again,
Israelite community.
they even put out lies that we murdered people in New Jersey.
That's true. They did put them lies out.
And guess what? Many people believe that.
And that's another thing too, all you other Israelite groups out there. That's why people who not really doing the work and be running their mouth, it irks me because you don't even know. You bickering with me or another brother. We just trying to tell you what the truth is to see it from this perspective. But at the end of the day, they gonna group us all together. Cause we all under the curses. But then to be bickering with your brethren, even though they another Israelite camp, they just go to show the curses, man. You know?
Oh, they murdered people. I would have been in jail for murdering somebody in New Jersey. Are you kidding me?
Facts.
You have to get a working definition of anti-Semitic.
Shemitic.
Shemitic refers to the sons of Shem.
But he'll say Shemitic. I see what he's doing.
Sons of Shem, which includes blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. We are Shemitic.
Facts.
Arabs, they are Shemitic.
Yep. Arabs. Yep. That's Ishmael. East Indians are Edomites. Yep. Yep.
That's what they do. They even went online and updated and changed the definition to mean anti-Jewish person. That's not what the word Jew is not found in Shemitic. It's not there. But they make it up. And whatever white folks say, we run with it.
Okay, guys, and before I highlight the second clip.
So that was it. I mean, that's all I really wanted to get to. That was the only part I wanted to get to. Like I said, I'm gonna leave the link of this video in the description box. Subscribe to. I like his videos, man. I like his videos. I like his energy too. But nonetheless, though, we are the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans. We are the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. So all of that they were speaking about saying we was a hate group. Bishop, I don't want to put him on like that. Yeah. Bishop Nathaniel of IUIC he did make some great valid points, but what I want to touch out, which I don't agree with, for one, we are not black, all black. It's all so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans. And we're not Semitic, but you switch it up at the end. We are Shemitic. All right. So we can't be anti ourselves. Okay. And also, I have to say this, the letter J did not come into fruition till the 1524, if I'm not mistaken. 1524, the year 1524. And it was the last letter to be added to the English alphabet. So that means that the letter J wasn't around 2,000 years ago. So what language did they speak back then? Paul said it in Acts the 26th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. He said he will not now find a horse, and he heard a Hebrew tongue, in the Hebrew tongue, saying, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. Why? Because that was the Messiah, YAHAWASHI, who was a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. So that means he will be a dark-skinned man with woolly hair, with red eyes, and feet like brass if it was burnt in the furnace. That was Revelation 1 and 13. All right. So I hope that was enough. With that being said, I pray that you are edified and fed. Stay in the spirit. Don't fear it. Just endure it. Ask for forgiveness. Pray without ceasing. Stay humble. Remain diligent. Kwame Allah. Mofla Babal. Shalom. And I follow Great Millstone. And I do believe that they are the church of Berea that's spoken of in the book of Revelation. Shalom.